Ethan Skolnick here for the Fan Sharp Focus. We got our guy in Memphis, Anthony Sane. You can find him on Sports 56 and 98.5, expert on all things Memphis basketball. Let's go to the college ranks now. Memphis Tigers, big loss to Tulsa. What happened there, Anthony?
Well, it's another frustrating loss. Coach Frank Haith and company. Tulsa, they run that zone defense, and just Memphis just still struggling to score. They have that Lion offense that they've installed, had several weeks off. This is their first game of the calendar year. The Tigers hadn't played since 2020, the end of 2020, because of COVID issues with the opposing teams. Memphis hasn't had any issues, but the teams they've had to face have had those issues. So this was their first game, and Coach Penny Hardaway's team still struggling. Just a lot of things seems out of sort. DeAndre Williams had a tough game. Just a lot of things that it seems like things have already been bad, but it just seems like they got worse in this particular game. DJ Jeffries had a rough game as well. And Coach Penny Hardaway talked after the game and said some things that were kind of shocking, kind of surprising. He kind of admitted that his offense doesn't work well against the zone defense, which kind of has many puzzled and kind of chuckling about the whole situation, because it's like, hey, you're going to play teams, you're going to play zone, Penny. And what you're saying, when you're basically getting in that press conference and saying that it doesn't work against the zone, maybe you're going to face more teams using the zone defense as well. So they're still at the drawing board as far as that's concerned. And just a tough goal for Memphis while they're trying to find their way this far in the season.
Yeah, this isn't 90s NBA. You're allowed to play zone in college, so that'll be a bit of a problem. All right, some games coming up: Wichita State, East Carolina. How does this team kind of get it right with the material that they have on the court right now?
It's going to be hard. Like I said, they're still trying to work in that new offense. A lot of these guys, I'm a guy, I talk about this all the time. It seems like they have some obvious chemistry issues with this team. I don't know if the pecking order has been set. You just see a lot of guys who are talented, and it doesn't seem to be any true leaders on the team. Any guys who are role players and clearly defined role players and clearly defined stars, so to speak, on this team. It seems like every man is just kind of doing what he feels best. And it seems like there's just a lot of chemistry issues on this team. And against both of the teams that the Tigers have this week, it's going to be a tough go, man. A lot of the teams in the American Athletic Conference, as far as talent is concerned, they're pretty much all in the same pile, with Memphis being among one of those teams. But it's just really frustrating here in the city. A lot of people have kind of given up on the season. And it seems like the players may have as well sometimes when you watch them on the court. So I'm not really sure what to expect, but it's just been a rough season for the Tigers. And these two games this week won't make anything any better. Yeah,
a lot of continuity problems for a lot of teams, but it seems like it's affecting this one maybe more than most. Final thing here for you, Anthony. Again, Anthony Sane from Sports 56 and 98.5. Some scholarship issues, players in or players out, then a player possibly in. What's going on there?
Well, Memphis had a 4-star recruit, Arterio Morris, who decommitted the other day via social media. Pretty much was a shock to the community here. You have a tough loss, and he decommitted literally the same day as the Tigers lost. Later after that game, he reopened his commitment. Morris was an athletic guard for the upcoming class, and he decommitted, and that's a shocker. That's something that you don't want to happen, especially after you take a tough loss and things seem already feeling discombobulated. Then you have a young man who is one of your prize recruits, a top 100 guy who decommits from your team. So that's a very unfortunate situation for Memphis and Penny Hardaway, a team who needs that point guard play coming in, someone that could probably steady the ship. And now you're in a situation where this young man is decommitting from the team.
But there may be somebody added, right?
Right, exactly. There is a young man, Jordan Nesbitt, who's a 2021 player. He was set to come in this coming up season. He's actually enrolled with the school, according to reports. He's already enrolled with the university, and seems like they're trying to go through the proper channels to possibly get him to play here in the 2020-2021 season, something we haven't seen here before locally in Memphis, but we saw that down the street with our rivals, the Tennessee Volunteers, when Jarnell Stokes did something similar to that. He transferred in the middle of the season, and he academically was able to join the team in the middle of the year. So is something anyone saw coming. It's something that broke a couple hours ago here in Memphis, but possibly that could be a good get for Penny Hardaway, a guy who would come in. He's a higher energy guy, a 6'6", like combo guard, wing type guy who probably can come in and do some things for Penny. But it'll be interesting to see how that thing unfolds over the next few weeks.
All right. Thanks again to Anthony Sain, Sports 56, 98.5 on the Fan Sharp Focus.